Hey, it's Brandon. I'm here. We're doing this. It has been a long day. Um, Hello. So, where are we? We're doing the factory thing, right? Yeah, sure. Um, like I said, it has been a long day. You know what? I'll tell you about my day. You want to hear about my day? I'll tell you about my day. Let's start with now. It's like 8 o'clock at night. I made it home from my day. Uh, so we'll go backwards, I guess. Um, I just came back from feeding the cats of a family friend. I guess she's a friend of mine. She's like, I'm not sure how I came to know her through my family, who came to know her. I don't quite know how, but she's away for 10 days, and she has two cats at her house. Uh, so I get to feed them. And today was the first actual, like, official, like, full day. Well, no, I guess yesterday was the full day. So today was like day two? I don't know. Either way, the cats have greeted me. They've come out to meet me, but they're very skittish. Um, yes, I have the cat treats. That's not enough to lure them in. And I'm not really trying to. I put the cat treats on a little plate, and I've given them their food where it belongs. So they've now witnessed that I've fed them 3 times, so they know that food is coming from me. So hopefully over the next, 8 days or 9 days or whatever, they will become accustomed to me, I guess. They seem a little nervous. I get it. But I will visit them again tomorrow and see how they're doing. So that was what I just finished. Before that, my wife and I had a whole series of events where we went to visit. We went to the office for my family's business and visited with my brother and his wife that were there waiting for a package, and we gave them some beef jerky that we had acquired from a really um, tasty. Oh, good. Our research is happening, by the way. That's what's going on. So yeah, I gave him some beef jerky that we had acquired. It was really really good jerky, very tasty. Um, do we have different data views, don't we? Hang on. There's other views here. Ah, there we go. Ah, this is what I like to look at, production statistics. Okay. Um, so yeah, so we did that. So we did that. Then we drove about an hour and a half south to town of Lodi. Met with one of my workers, had a whole conversation with him, a little pep talk and everything. Kind of explained like what was going to happen because it's going to be a holiday next week, and so hours are going to be a little bit different. So I kind of had a little chat with him about that and got him supplied and everything, give him stuff he needed, and gave him a Christmas gift because I like to give Christmas gifts to different people randomly. So that was nice. And then and then he went on his way, and then. My wife and I then went back to the same town that had the sausage that we had bought, the jerky that we had bought there. It's like a sausage place. Very, very good meats at this place. But there's an antique store at this place that she wanted to check out. So we drove through and took some time today to check out this little antique store, which had some interesting items. Um, so that was fun. And then on the way back, we stopped at the house of one of the other people that works. That's part of my team, I guess. I don't want to say he works for me because that's like weird, but he's part of the team that I manage. And him and his brother both are actually. And I had a little meeting with him at his front door, and gave him supplies and had a chat with him about everything. He's been working with me now for a while, so he knows like a lot more about like how I manage and everything. It's good. It's nice. It's convenient. So that was fun. By then, the rain had begun, so that was nice. Uh, Changed things up a little. But from his house to my house, it was a good, oh gosh, hour and a half, almost 2 hours of literally stop and go traffic. It didn't matter whether we took the freeways or the surface streets. This is a city that traffic is annoying between the hours of like 2 p.m. and like 7 p.m. So it's not like rush hour, it's like hours. And on Friday night's one of the worst, especially because all the shopping districts are just crazy busy. So, took a little while to get home, but we did make it home. So like I said, so that's kind of reversing. Oh, that wasn't even the beginning. So that was at like 1 o'clock that we began that whole journey. Before that, this morning, bright and early, at 9 o'clock, we had to be I got to be at my sister's daughter's and my other sister's son, so my niece and my nephew. They are for kindergarten, for no, first and second graders at the same school, which is cute. And they did the whole Christmassy singy thing. Oh my God, it was the cutest. It broke me. It was like so cute. I'm still broken. It was just, oh, it was too cute. Seeing all these kids all dressed up all Christmassy and singing and stuff. It was nice. Very festive, very uplifting. A little chaotic because it was like they were doing them in groups, so parents were coming and going and coming and going as each group was going on. But because we had, family in two different groups, it's like we're just kind of trying to hang on to see, and it overlapped like a whole intermission time. So it was just kind of an interesting experience. But like overall, um, it was well done, and I enjoyed it. It was cute. That was, I guess, my biggest thing. So yeah, that was how the day began. Well, I mean, technically the day began. Wife and I went on our morning walk, but we had to speed it up because we did need to get to this thing. And I actually went and fed the cats this morning as well before we had left to go to the to that thing. So morning walk, then fed cats, then went and did all of the millions of things, then fed the cats again on the way back, and then now home. And here we are playing Factorio. When I mean, honestly, there's like work to be done. I have literally work that has to be done. It should be being done. I am so tired. I'm not gonna lie. Um, it's just one of those days. I had a family member going through surgery today, and it got me a little like nervous. You always get nervous when you have family going through anything like that. Um, So that was also part of the thing. So if you pay attention, you'll see what's happening here. The thing that we are using the most right now is copper cables, like a mofo. We are just spiking on copper cable production, um, and consumption, obviously, because it's being produced because it's being consumed. Which, I mean, it's very cool to see like the peaks of what I can produce now with copper cable. But you see, we're running into a bit of a plateau here, which this tells me this may be about our peak, and I know good and damn well that we need to make a hell of a lot more than that. And I'm keeping an eye on some of these other things too. So the red one is oh, yeah, sorry. Red one is iron plate. The one below that is iron ore, which obviously they're going to be hand in hand because the ore is immediately getting processed into iron plate, right? So they should be really tight most of the time. This orange down here is coal. That's fine. That has more to do with power usage right now because we are, well, power and I guess all the smelters because we're doing all of our stuff um, through burners. We're still going up though, so that's good. Everything else here stays pretty stable, but yeah, consumption here. Specifically, what I'm looking at is because we're doing all this research, is these research consumptions. I could untag everything else and just look at them really if we wanted to. They're down here. They're so low because the big stuff's up here. If we untag some of the big stuff on consumption, so obviously iron is the biggest thing we're consuming right now in the base, flat iron. But then look at that, copper cable is being consumed like crazy. Then we get the iron ore. It's interesting that copper ore is all the way down here because you see that it's just interesting. It's fascinating to me that the copper ore. It's because of the way that it turns. Okay. Um, Hey, I think we finished all of our research, so everything should slow down. We did. We made it through. We beelined a whole bunch of research. Let me get out of this map. Okay. So we did. You can see blue is our weak spot, but we didn't run out. It was able to go all the way through full research, and the conveyor belt of research stuff never really got dry. Yes, it got a little thin on the blue, but it did not dry up. That's really good. How are we? Do we have more research left? We do have more research to do, but before we do any of that research, let's let all of our sciences build up a little because you can see we have put some stress on the factory. So obviously we want to upgrade all of this to the red belt at some point. We're going to do that soon, just not right now. It looks like the only real stress that the factory is feeling though is on copper coil and copper ore. Let's see, let's follow the path of all the copper. It doesn't look like I mean, look, there is tons of copper. I think it's because I'm making tons of copper cable and it's being fed in all over the place. I mean, I'm making a lot of copper cable, so I think we're good. Nothing's drying up. So point is, factory is handling what it was needing to do, but we're slowing it down right now to let it build back up. It really doesn't need to. I guess we could just keep going, huh? Because it's not like anything else is really getting. It's like a stress test, right? Nothing else is really getting stress tested right now. The copper cable's the only thing that seems like it's starting to get a little bit stressed out on the line, and the copper ore, obviously, but not as bad as you'd expect, considering that we just beeline through several different phases of research. What do we now have? We now have, let's look at what we could do. We now have substations, which are very good. We need those to work with our, hang on, where is it? These accumulators. Um, ooh, I should make some accumulators. I'm going to show you guys some. We're gonna begin solar production, but we're gonna start with batteries. We're gonna at least create like a battery pack, basically. So yay for battery packs. Okay, we can do this because I think have all the pieces that we need right now to do it. I think. Oh, yeah. Okay, hang on. You notice I don't have any more assembly machine number twos. That's because I went and upgraded everything that I could. Which is that put a big stress test on the factory as well. Where are my assembly machines being produced? Hold on. I think they're way down here. Nope. Wait. That's ones. Assembly machine twos are down here. There they are. I walked right by them. You guys. It's like, you walk by the thing at the store and you're like, what was I looking for? Yeah, the thing you just walked right by. Okay, now we have assembly machines. We need to be near battery and iron. Battery and iron, battery and iron. I see battery and iron. I see battery and iron. Do I see battery and iron somewhere? Hold on. Where are batteries? I know I made batteries somewhere, didn't I? Did they ever make it to this? Yeah, no, they have to be here, right? There has to be batteries. Are these batteries? No, those are engines. Well, now, I swear I made batteries and was bringing them into the base, but let's go to the very beginning. They must be somewhere down here. I'm just lost, obviously. They must exist. I know I made batteries somewhere. Are they just on the top part of the line right now and not on the bottom? Yeah. I remember now. See, I'm having it's like a two-story house. I've got two stories. I always forget which story things are on. Oh, it's on the second story. I knew it. There's the batteries. So we have batteries, and we have iron somewhere up here, which means we can make these accumulators, which is the whole point of storing. They're called accumulators because, spoiler alert, they accumulate electricity. I'm gonna do this many of these. Keeping it simple. Okay. There's method to the madness. Trust me. I think this will make me accumulators, which we will accumulate to then put and make energy. The other thing that we have to make are the other things we just researched, which is, I got lost already. It's these big things. These guys, no, these guys, substations. I am, oh, I don't want to make these at a factory because they're going to be expensive and cost a lot. I'm just going to make like two of them in my pocket for now. What, you don't want to make things in your pocket? You can't make a substation in your pocket? Well, pff, you need a better pocket, obviously. That's the secret. I mean, my pocket technically is power armor that contains all sorts of compartments. So, ha ha ha. Um, See, that's the character. I think I could change the color of this, but I'm fine with standard. Okay, so these are accumulators. It's gonna take a while. You know what? We'll do this in the next episode. Farewell.